Little Fox. Puss in Boots. Episode 1. A mill, a donkey, and a cat. It was a chilly morning. Some people gathered in a graveyard. The town miller had died. The miller's 3 sons stood by the grave. Their names were Francis, Batista, and Carabas.
"I'll miss Father,"
Francis said. Batista nodded.
"I will too."
Carabas wiped away a tear.
I'm glad he lived a nice long life.
Later, the brothers went to the mill.
Father was quite poor.
Batista said.
He only owned this mill and a donkey.
"I'm taking the mill,"
Francis said.
You?
Batista cried.
"I'm the oldest.
Francis said.
I'll take over Father's business. And I'll make money grinding flour."
Well, I'm taking the donkey.
Batista said.
I can use it to carry goods to the market.
"Let's go into business together.
Francis said.
I'll grind flour and you take it to the market."
Batista smiled.
Perfect.
What about me?
Carabas asked quietly. Batista shrugged.
Father didn't own anything else.
I don't get anything?
Carabas asked.
That's not fair.
Francis shrugged.
"You're the youngest."
Just then, a cat pounced on a mouse.
Oh!
Batista said.
I forgot about Father's cat, Puss.
Francis grinned.
"Carabas, you can have Puss."
Francis and Batista laughed. Carabas sighed. Puss in Boots, Episode 2. Poor Carabas. Carabas was very poor. His roof had holes. His clothes had holes. Even his shoes had holes. Each morning, Carabas worked in his garden.
Hello, Carabas.
Batista walked by with his donkey. Carabas waved to his brother. Carabas checked his tomatoes. He said. Bugs were eating one tomato. Another was rotten. Suddenly, an apple rolled down from the road. Carabas picked it up. The apple was red and shiny. He licked his lips. Then Carabas spotted a man with an apple cart. He ran after the cart.
You dropped an apple.
Carabas said. The man thanked him.
You're very honest.
Later, Carabas went into town. he bought a small loaf of bread. Suddenly, he heard music. Carabas peeked inside a cafe. A man was playing a guitar. Carabas closed his eyes.
Beautiful music.
He thought. Nearby, some people were talking.
Did you hear the news?
A man asked.
An ogre came down from the hills.
The others gasped. Carabas gulped.
Where's the ogre now?
The man shrugged.
Nobody knows.
He said. Ogres are terrible, a woman said. I'm locking my door tonight. Carabas hurried home. He was going to lock his door, too. Puss in Boots, Episode 3, A Clever Cat. At home, Carabas locked his door. He fed Puss bits of bread.
Aw, Puss.
He said.
I wish I had more food for you.
Carabas ate his own dinner. It was a small bowl of soup. He dipped some bread in it. Soon, Puss went to sleep. A chilly wind blew under the door. Carabas put a blanket over the cat. Later, Carabas counted his money. That night, he tossed and turned in bed.
Soon I will need more money.
He thought.
What will I do?
The next morning, Carabas worked in the garden. Puss was sleeping nearby. A mouse ran past. Suddenly, the cat's paw shot out. He caught the mouse. Puss licked his lips. Carabas blinked in surprise.
Puss wasn't asleep.
He thought.
Puss tricked that mouse. He's a clever cat.
That afternoon, Carabas spotted Puss again.
What is that cat doing now?
He thought. The cat was at the garden shed. With his back feet, he hung from the doorway. Just then, a mouse ran by. Smack! Puss grabbed it. Carabas laughed softly.
That cat is amazing,
he said. He shook his head.
I wish Puss could catch food for me, too.
Puss in Boots, Episode 4, Another Surprise from Puss. Carabas was in town, buying flour and salt. The man waited as Carabas counted out coins. A basket of dried fish sat on the table. Carabas saw it and thought of Puss.
How much for the dried fish?
He asked. The man told him the price.
That's too much money.
Carabas thought.
Oh well.
He paid for the flour and salt and left. Carabas was walking home. Suddenly, he stopped.
Puss is a great cat.
Carabas thought.
I want to do something nice for him.
Carabas ran back to the store. He bought a dried fish. Carabas had a long walk home. One of his shoes ripped. But Carabas just smiled. He couldn't wait to give Puss the treat. Later, Puss ate his dried fish. The cat purred happily.
I'm glad you like it.
Carabas said. After dinner, Carabas counted his coins again. Each day, the pile grew smaller.
What will I do?
He said.
How will I eat?
Puss jumped into his master's lap. Carabas sighed.
You're lucky, Puss. You don't have problems.
That's not true, Master.
Puss said suddenly.
Your problems are my problems.
Carabas gasped.
You talked!
Little Fox.